Alright, European mount's an awesome way to display your book on the wall without having to break the bank going to the taxidermist, spending a fortune on the shoulder mount. European mount looks pretty dang cool and it's basically free. Just a few household items, a little bit of elbow grease, and a little bit of time. You can make your own European mount and have something that you can hang on the wall and enjoy it for the rest of your life. This is a buck that I killed last year on opening day of rifle season. I mounted him myself, and then this old boy I shot yesterday with my bow and arrow. And I'm going to show you everything it takes to turn this fresh buck into a finished mount. Alright, there's a few things you're going to need for this. First off, you got to go kill you a big old buck deer. That's the hard part. After that, you're going to need you a big pot of some kind. This is a 21 quart stock pot. This size works really well. You're going to need a really sharp knife, and a flathead screwdriver comes in handy. Some rubber gloves, that's optional. Some Dawn dish detergent, and some borax. Those just help pull the grease out of the skull, get it nice and clean. Alright, we got to get the hide off of him first. So I like to start at the ear right here and just come into him there, and there's no wrong way to do this. Just take your knife and go to work on him, get all that hair off. Alright, once you skin him out, you're going to take the bottom jaw off. I already did it, but you just grab it, pull it down, take your knife and work it out. It's pretty simple. Right up here next to his bases is the hardest part of his hide to get off. Takes a little bit of time. That's where your flathead screwdriver comes in. Just take it in there and work it out the best you can. Take your time. Try not to scratch his horns. Get as much of it off as you can, and then the pressure washer will take the rest of it off. We'll add just a little bit of borax. Some Dawn dish detergent. Heat on high right now until it gets warm, but once this water gets warm, I'm going to back it down to a simmer. I'm going to let it simmer for 30 to 45 minutes, then I'm going to kill the heat. I'm just going to let it sit in here overnight. You don't have to let it sit overnight. You can pull it right out and go straight to the pressure washer, but it's getting late at night. Supper's almost ready, so then I'll come back out here in the morning, we'll pull it out and take the pressure washer to it. Alright, it's the next day. He's been soaking all night in the Dawn and borax. He's looking good. I'm going to take this plastic wrap off of his bases and go take the pressure washer to him. Alright, I just got him pinned up on the board there where he won't flop around on me. I like to start with the 15-degree head. It's the yellow one on my pressure washer. I don't know what it is on yours. I just accidentally soaked my camera. That's not good. Alright, as I was saying before I soaked my camera, I like to start with the 15-degree head. Use that to knock off all the big stuff, everything I can. Then I'll go back with the 0-degree fine stream and get the little stuff. Now we're going to let him sit out here for a little bit, let the wind dry him off, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, now that we got him all cleaned up and dried off, our next step is going to be to bleach the skull. This is our peroxide product we're going to use. It's Salon Care 40 volume cream. The cream works best for me because you can paint it on with a brush. And like the liquid peroxide is risky because if you get it on the antler, it will bleach it, and then you'll have to go back and recolor your antlers. So we're going to try to avoid doing that. Get you a little container of some sort to hold it for you, and then just a paintbrush. You want a really good layer on there. Do a couple of different coats. Just make sure you get it on everything, because if you miss a spot, you will see it later. Alright, after you get a good coat of peroxide on him, we're going to get some saran wrap. We're just going to wrap his skull up to keep that stuff from drying out, keep it moist. And we're just going to let it sit for as long as you want to. You can do a half a day, you can do 24 hours, you can do a handful of days, it doesn't matter. The longer you leave it, the whiter it'll get. I'm probably just going to do a couple of hours on mine because I like to have a little bit of the bone color left. So try to wrap him up the best I can. Alright, last thing I'm going to do before I set it out to dry is I'm just going to take a couple of zip ties. I'm not going to cinch them down real tight, but I'm just going to give them a little bit of pressure right here around the nose, so that when this thing's drying out, those bones don't try to separate. Alright, well, time kind of got away from me. It's been about 12 hours. It's 4 o'clock in the morning right now. I've been up all night editing a video. I thought I'd run back out here real quick and show you guys what we got. I'm gonna take this plastic off, run outside, hit it with the pressure washer just to knock the peroxide off of it, and I'm gonna show you the finished product. All right, there you have it. Finished European mount. I hope this video helped you guys. If you liked it, I hope you'll subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.